Hey everyone, welcome to the Usborne party. I'm so excited that you're here with us. My name is Megan and I will be your consultant for the party. I will start with telling you a little bit about myself. I am a mom of 5. We have 4 girls that are 10, 8, almost 4, and 2, and then a little boy that is 1, and my husband is a firefighter. And up until a few months ago, we homeschooled, and so I was a stay-at-home homeschooling mom of 5. And then I was born in July of 2019 because our oldest daughter is dyslexic, and she absolutely hated reading, hated books. It was extremely hard being her mom and her teacher, just trying to get her to read anything until I hosted an Usborne party and I got like $200 worth of books. And I hosted it right before Christmas the year before. And being a family of 7, we are on a budget. And so these kids were getting books for Christmas, whether they were going to be excited about it or not. And it turned out that she fell in love with a book. I'll share it in just a little bit. It is Ella Diaries, and it's a chapter book, but it's written like a diary. And so she read the whole thing, and she didn't even realize that she read an entire chapter book, which was huge for her. And then she asked for the next one and the next one, and I thought, I have to get more of these books. But again, being a family of 7 on a fireman's salary, we were on a strict budget, and so I couldn't always buy books whenever I wanted to. So I thought I'm going to join. That way I can get the 25% discount with no quotas. So I didn't have to sell any if I didn't want to. I could just use it for the discount. I had my launch party, so I got the rewards and the commission from that party, and then it just kind of kept going from there, and I fell in love. Mostly with the books, obviously, but also with the company. And so I joined in July of 2019, and as of now, I have earned a free trip to Hawaii that I get to take my husband and my 2 older girls on that I'm so excited about this summer. I've earned hundreds of dollars in free books. I mean, this behind me is just part of what we have now. I have made some amazing friends, and it's just been such a fun adventure that I recommend. If you are even just slightly interested, message me and ask me anything. I'll be completely honest about everything. But I know that you are all here to see the books, so I'm going to start with the baby books or baby and toddler books. Okay, so this is Baby's very first sparkly playbook. It is very sparkly. I love it. It is beautiful. It has finger trails for your kids to trace. Has little peek-through holes for them to see on each page. It is just bright and fun, and it draws babies in, and they just shows them that books are so much fun, from birth. This is That's Not My Lion. We have over 50 of these. That's not my giraffe, that's not my bee, that's not my dolly, that's not my mermaid, unicorn, llama, puppy, dinosaur, a lot. So each page has a different texture on it. That's not my lion. Its ears are too soft. And then different texture on each page. And then at the end it says, oh, I found my lion. It's perfect. So they love the different textures. It's also great for beginner readers because there's lots of repetition. And if you have a boy, I recently learned that boys love cars from birth. So this is Baby's very first fire truck. We have a tractor and a bus one also, I believe. But it is full of bright colors, and it actually spins. So Judah is 15 months now, and he says, vroom, and goes all around the room with his fire truck book. And so he has fun picking out books already because he knows they are fun. These books are just so completely different than anything we've ever had. They're literally like an adventure in every book. So this is a slide and see. This is Baby's very first slide and see dinosaurs. So each page is going to have something for you to slide and see. Let me find this is my favorite one. I think it's so cute because the little dinosaurs hatch. So There's different textures for your baby to feel and different things for them to slide and see. And my daughter, that's almost 4, still loves these books. So they grow with them. This one is one of our new releases. This is Don't Tickle the Lion. We also have Don't Tickle the Hippo. It's out of stock right now. I'm not sure when it's supposed to be back. I'll check. And then we have another one that's going to be coming soon. So this is Don't Tickle the Lion, You Might Make It Roar. So you tickle it and then they do what they say. There's a zebra. I like the zebra. Don't tickle the zebra, you might make it giggle. And then at the end, oh no, now look what you've done. And it also has an off switch. So this is Don't Tickle the Lion. Then this is Muddle and Match. This one is Adventure. There are 6 different ones of these. They are so much fun. So I have heard that these are great for kids that need help with their speech. I have learned when I'm reading it that it can be like a tongue twister. So Pete, the plucky pirate, pleads with Percy, his peculiar parrot, to prepare to paddle the Pacific. So it can be a story about a pirate, or you can mix it up, and it's a silly story. So Pete, the plucky pirate, calmly canters on his constant companion to retain his record and reach the reward. So there are tons of stories inside of one book. Again, up to my 4-year-old still loves this one, and then my 8 and 10-year-old love reading these to the little ones and letting them pick some out. Then this is a new release too. This is I Can Do It. This one is so cool. It helps them learn how to button a button, zip a zipper, do a Velcro, and snap a snap, and also tie your shoes. So this is I Can Do It. If you don't have All Better and you have a kid, I would say 4 and under, they're probably going to love this book. So it is full of, there's 5 different reusable bandages, and each one has an animal on it. And so, like, here's the puppy one. You can see it has a puppy. Oh no, dog wasn't looking where he was going. Ouch! Clean it, kiss it, put a bandage on it. All better. So you have to match. So it teaches them matching. And if they love animals, they're going to love taking care of their animals. And if the stickers become unsticky, you just wash them off, rinse them off with water, and they will stick again. This one is one of my favorites. This is the Twinkly Twinkly Bedtime Book. It is just beautiful. Let's see. Okay. It has an on-off switch too. So see if you can see that little twinkly light. It's about a dad and his son getting ready for bed. And he looks out the window and sees stars. Anyway, they end up going on a walk. And so you count the stars too. And I love reading this at bedtime with my little ones. It is just so sweet, and it has an off switch so that you save the battery. Okay, then we have books that we like to read as a family. This one is a new release. This is Beast Feast. My husband likes reading this one with the kids. It's pretty funny. So, you are dinner, said Beast. No, I'm not, said Dinner. So he catches dinner, and then he's sending out invitations to all his friends, and he starts to get these letters back saying that they will be coming to dinner. And then the special things that they require for their dinner, they like it to be salty, or they like it to be cold, or they like it to be all different things. So there's different letters for you to read on each page. It turns out that the Beast ends up really liking dinner, and he doesn't want to eat dinner. So they come up with their own recipes and have dinner with dinner. So it's really sweet about making friends that you weren't originally going to be friends with. This is one that's a job. I like animals. What jobs are there? So we have an animal lover. She wants to be a vet, or so she thought until we got this book. Now she's thinking about a wildlife conservationist. But it has 25 different jobs that you can do if you like animals. So stable manager, and it tells you all the things that it requires for you to become one and what you will do once you are one. Pet store owner, zookeeper, really great book. My 10-year-old loves it. We would read a page every night about a different job that you can do if you love animals. This one is a new release, The Biggest Story. One of our favorites right now. It's really fun to read at bedtime. So Errol's mom tells the best stories, but she is busy one day because they have a leak in their sink, and so she's working on that, and she tells him to come up with his own story. So he comes up with this amazing The Biggest Story, and then at the end, it helps you make up your own big story. So even my 10-year-old loves doing this. Choose a name. So like we would say Penelope and the giant jigsaw thunderstorm. And then you tell a story about it. And it's so much fun. They all have so much fun. I recommend this book for everyone. It is so much fun to read as a family and to just do as a family. Okay, we also have some activity books that you can do things in. So this is one of our magic painting books. It will come with a paintbrush, and all you need is some water, and you dip the brush in water, and you put it on the page, and the colors will come to life. And then it comes with this that you put behind the page you're painting so that it doesn't go through onto the next one. And the colors are beautiful. I thought I brought some with me that my kids have already painted, but they're on the fridge and all over the house. So these, it's the fun of painting without the mess. Then I have another little artist, my 8-year-old. This is Words of Wisdom, witty quotes. And so she goes through and colors these. Take care of the luxuries and the necessities will take care of themselves. Dorothy Parker. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. Albert Hubbard. So it has just different witty quotes for you to color. Advice is seldom welcome to those who need it most. And those who need it most like it least. Anyway, she likes to color these. There's also a best friends one and something else. This is Be the Change, Make It Happen. Big and small ways kids can make a difference. So her 8-year-old thinks she's a Visco girl, like she has a hydro flask and scrunchies and metal straws and save the turtles, and she's all about saving the world. So these are little ways that kids can do that. And so you get to become an official member of the Be the Change Club. You're right when you joined on. And then it has just little ways that you can change the world. So persuade the grown-ups in your home to change all the regular light bulbs to energy-saving ones. If they need some encouragement, you can tell them this pollution fact. If every household in the USA replaced one bulb, that would equal removing 1 million cars from the road. That'll get them up the ladder. Reward them with a nice cup of tea and a cookie. It tells you to take showers, not baths. Plant a tree, just little things that kids can do to make a big difference. So much fun. Okay, then we have I'll show you, this is a pop-up book and it's also a learning one. So this is Alfie and Bet's ABC, and it's a pop-up book, so it's a fun way to learn your alphabet. Beautiful illustrations, and we also have a number one. So there's numbers also. And then we have these wipe clean books, so they come with a dry erase marker, and you can go in and trace these. So this one is first letters. So you trace all your letters and then you can wipe it clean and use it again and again. We have Count to 100. This is my favorite counting book, I think because it goes all the way to 100 and it has the most beautiful pictures. So you're not just, I don't know, my kids don't feel like they're just learning to count. They are just having so much fun and then finding little things in the pictures that they didn't notice the time before. But this is Count to 100. And then we also have these learning palettes. And I had no idea what they were until I got one. And they are so cool. We got them for our almost 4-year-old. And so let's see here. So this one, she is this one, you are finding the letter that comes right before C. So next to C, you would put the yellow circle with the hole in it. So this one would go right here. Oh, right here. Sorry, maybe I should do it. B. B comes before C. And so this is helping her learn her alphabet. And then you can turn it over and put it on, and it will, so you can see that you put it in the right place. So that way you can check your answers. But there's all different ones. All of hers are about her letters because she's learning. That's where she's at right now. But there are different ones, and they are so cool. So you can just buy one learning palette, the actual palette itself, and then you can buy all different kinds of the cards to go with it. And then next, it would be like if you were learning to read. And so we have this, my very first reading library. And here is one that is very first reading box set. So here's an example of how it is. This is Pirate Pat, and it starts with, she can read these. So it starts, I read the small letters and she reads the big letters. So the night was cold, the sky was black, the window rattled, and then she would say tap, tap, tap. And then each book, they get just a little bit harder into where she's learning more and more words to read. And she loves it. She loves when it's her time to read. So then you would probably move on to our phonics books. This one is one of my favorites to share. It's Unicorns and Uniforms and Other Tales because it has 7 different stories in one book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories in one. So it has Unicorns and Uniforms, Lizard in a Blizzard, Poodle draws doodles, Weasels with measles, Flamingo plays bingo, Axolotl finds a bottle, puzzles, and answers to puzzles. And it tells you about phonics too. And so you go through, they're just silly, fun stories with bright colors. We love reading these. They have lots of rhyming, which is great for kids with dyslexia. So there's our phonics books. And then we have this when you're kind of in between, the phonics books and chapter books. Then we have, this is 2 sides. We have this one and the Missing Bookshop and one other one. But this one is about 2 best friends and they have a really bad day. And then you wonder, are they going to make up and become friends again or not? But it's really great. They're 2 complete opposites and they are best friends. So this is 2 sides. And then we have Billy B. Brown and Hey Jack. And Sally Rippon is the amazing author. Her son is dyslexic, and so she wrote these with dyslexic kids in mind. So there's larger font, less than 50 words on a page, and none of the lines end in hyphenated words. And so it's a chapter book, but it's really small, and it just helps build their confidence. And then you can move up to the Billy B. Mystery, and Jack shows up in Billy's stories, and Billy shows up in Jack's stories. And then we have Olivia's Secret Scribbles. I'm sorry, most of mine are going to be the girly chapter books because that's my kids that are older are girls. So this is Olivia's Secret Scribbles. It's a smaller chapter book written like a diary. And Olivia is actually Ella's little sister. So this is the story. This is the book that got us hooked. And it is the chapter book that's written like a diary, has some bright colors in it that my daughter just loved and really completely changed our life. Then we have, this is one of our new series, Shine. There's 4 different books, and this is about a school of performing arts. And this one is Bethany. Bethany Sings Out. These have some pictures in them, but not a lot. It's mostly a chapter book. We have a new series on basketball written by Patty Mills, who is an Australian Olympian. And I know we've had a lot of people wanting some basketball books. So these have they have a few illustrations also, but not a lot. Then we have another new series. This is Lightning Girl. We haven't read this one yet, but it's about a girl superhero. There are a few pictures in this one as well, but it's a much larger chapter book, you can see. And then we have some Usborne Illustrated originals like White Fang. We haven't got to this one yet. I'm not quite sure my kids are ready for this one, but I am. We have the complete Jane Austen. We have Little Women. There's pictures in these. I love this one. And then the last one I'm going to show you is Usborne Illustrated Stories of Horses and Ponies. So this one, I love the illustrations. They're just beautiful illustrations. It's stories all about horses and ponies, but it just has really pretty illustrations throughout. So it's just enough to keep my kids like really interested, even the 4-year-old. So we read as a family every night. Reading out loud is an amazing thing you can do for your family. So check out the posts. Later, there's one where it'll show the customer specials for the month. And if you spend $40, for every $40 you spend, you can choose from some discounted books that you can get. The party will stay open for a few days, so take your time, enjoy yourselves. Message me if you have any questions. Don't forget to message me hi to be entered into the free shipping. And I'm just so glad that you're here, and I can't wait to party with you some more. Thanks.